y'all doing today? How y'all doing today? Alright. Back at it. You know what it is. You know who it is. If you don't, take some time. Do your due diligence. You know. Hit the thumbs up on the vid, fam. You know, like the video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. You know, subscribe to the channel. You in a good place, and you know, you gonna want to stick around. You gonna want to stick around here. All right, but what's on my mind today is really just this: is that, you know, we living in some real strange times right now. And you know, social media has played a very critical role in reaching masses of people with information, and it's basically built it up to this point that we're seeing now, that we're seeing today. It's built it up to this point. Things that we're living through and the things that we're seeing today, it's like something straight out of a freaking movie. Straight up. And it's wild. And so all I want to say is that it's really clear to me. It's very clear who is who and what is what. I haven't seen very many people standing up on a consistent basis, because when someone puts your life in danger, or even if you believe that they're putting your life in danger and your family's life in danger, and if you believe this, then it seems as if this should be an important and critical time. And I see very few showing concern. And I do want to give a shout out to the Israelites in the world, because I have seen the Israelites standing up. And you know, I haven't seen it much everywhere else. The Kemetic community, you know, it seems like some is with it and some is not. But I'm not even sure if there is a Kemetic community, to be honest with you. You know, I'm not sure if it is a Kemetic community, to be honest with you. But that's what this video is really going to get into. And, you know, what I've learned this year behind all of this, what I've learned is that we've moved into an actual different time. You know, a lot of things are fading out. You know, racism is fading out. I'm not saying that it's not here. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. I'm not saying it doesn't play a part in what we're seeing today. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that it's fading out. And I will believe that a lot of people would want to believe that. I'm pretty sure it might be some people who don't want racism to fade out. They want the world to stay divided and racist forever, because they refuse to see reality a different way. And you know what I come to realize is that, you know, people can't change the way that they see reality. And another thing is this, you know, I noticed that there's black groups out there that has nothing to say about the times that we live in. So it's obvious that they are totally down with these times that we living in. So that's pretty contradictory to me, because contradictory. That's a contradiction to me, because, you know, you saying that this group of people does this, and you saying that this group of people does that, but in this particular time, you all the way 100 and you all the way with it. That's a contradiction. So, you know, it's not about race. It's not about religion. You know, I want to give a shout out to New Breed, to the world over, or to the world in. And I've been peeping his videos out, and you've been dropping some Jews. He's been dropping some Jews. And Jules. I don't know why I'm tongue tied today. He's been dropping some Jews. And you know, and y'all know me, if you in tune with my channel, you know that I'm not religious. I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious, meaning that I'm not a part of any particular religious group. But I'm not closed-minded to say that I can't receive information from here or from there or from this or from that. I'm going to give it up, you know, wherever it deserves. And, you know, homie dropping them Jews, you know, and, you know, I feel it's benefited me. And, you know, he dropped something the other day talking about going on fully monk mode. And that's what I'm on right now. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm on right now. I'm on monk mode right now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's not about race. It's not about religion. It's just about if you really know right now. You know, if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. You know, that's like where it's at, you know. And, you know, it's just about, you know, are you in tune? You know, do you got those they live shades on? Can you see through this matrix? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you see numbers and codes and shit popping up? You dig what I'm saying? Like, it's serious right now, man. And you know, I learned a lot. You know, I really learned a lot, man. I really learned a lot. And you know, social media is a hell of a drug. It's a hell of a tool. It's a hell of a hustle. And people can make it rich. And you know, they can get a bag, you know, off of, you know, hustling on the internet. You know what I mean? And you know, it's like the messenger, kind of, sort of, in a way, You know, I hope I'm not reaching, kind of sort of in a way, turned into the dope man or turned into the rapper. Because now the messenger mesmerizes his audience with things and that they don't know about, and this benefits the messenger. Now I'm not hating. You know, I'm not hating. And I'm not saying that a messenger doesn't deserve to hustle, doesn't deserve to do none of these things. But what my intuition and what my spirit is telling me is that it becomes watered down. And it's hard to check the actual integrity of the messenger at this particular point, because it's just a hustle. Or maybe not just a hustle, but it becomes a hustle. Or it starts to look, maybe it's not a hustle, but it starts to look like a hustle. You know what I mean? It starts to look like a hustle. And it really shouldn't really look like that, because it really should, you know, or if somebody is sincere in what they do, and if somebody is dedicated to, you know, delivering information to their people or whatever the case may be, then the people should understand that they're obligated to support the message. You know, to support the message. But, you know, it's a lot that goes, it's just, I don't know, it's just a lot that goes with it, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's just kind of like how rap is. You know, when rap first started, everybody wasn't an MC. You know, you had to actually be nice to be an MC. It's like you had to have this spirit, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm naturally nice as a rapper. You know, I knew many, many years ago that I was one of the best rappers in the world. And to this day, I still know and understand that I'm one of the best rappers in the world. I'm not saying I'm the best rapper in the world, you know, because I grew out of that. You know, it was a particular time that I thought I was the best rapper in the world. Then I heard Kendrick Lamar, and I was like, oh, fuck. There's some other guys out there. You know what I mean? But, you know, so I grew out of that. But I know, you know, I know that I possess something, and I'm able to do something that everybody can't do. You know, that everybody just really can't do. And it's not nothing that you can necessarily just pick up. It's really something that lives inside of you. And, you know, and I think that's like the same thing with consciousness or being a messenger. You know, it's like this messenger just kind of becomes this, it kind of just becomes this frequency that a person can tap into, you know, kind of like battle rap. I don't know if you watch battle rap for a really, really long time, but if you've been following battle rap for a really, really long time, then you know that the cadence and that the way they rap, it became a frequency that almost any basic rapper can tap into, and tap into that frequency and tap into that cadence and that template, and use that template to be a good battle rapper. It's the same template. So it's just like the same thing as it's like the same thing as an online messenger. They just tap into this template. You know what I'm saying? They just tap into this template, and you good to go. It's just like this regular template, and it's like, who's speaking from the heart? Who really speaking from the soul? Who's really bringing information from the other side and bringing it to this realm? Who's really doing that? See, that's what a real messenger is. That's what they tell you in these holy books. This information was coming from the other side, and they was being used as a physical vessel to bring this information. But if you're just using an actual template that you know people want to hear, or you know that you can use and you can hustle, it's just a hustle. You just, you know, because a hustler, this is why A hustler can be respected and not respected. A hustler can be respected for his hustle. But a hustler cannot be respected because a hustler will hustle anything. That's the good side and the downside of a hustler. Just like JDC said, I can sell a water to a well, meaning that he can sell anybody anything. It's not about what he's selling. It's about his ability to make somebody want something that's not really worth nothing. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, being a messenger, you bringing that information from the other side. And you bringing it here. You bringing that information from the spiritual world, and you bringing it here. That's what a real messenger is. You know, that's what a real prophet is. You know, a prophet, you know, the only person that's above the prophet is the sage. You know, the prophet is being used, you know, but the sage has the knowledge and has the wisdom, you know, so I believe, I ain't gonna get into that. So, you know, that's just what's kind of where, you know, where I'm at with it today. But also, you know, what's going on right now is that the way the world is today, they have dragged people. We already know that people existed in this world at a low frequency. The majority of the people in this world is vibrating at a low frequency. But at this particular time, they have pulled the people so low, they have dragged the people so low, they have pulled the people frequency so low that if you are an actual, what we like to call a chosen one, or if you are vibrating on a higher frequency, if you have those they live shades on, then you know right at now, this particular time, that you cannot even blend in no more. They made it to where you can't blend in. Like you can't blend in no more. Like it's total separation taking place, and I believe that's basically where it's going. Because at this particular time, they don't want nobody interfering with their sheep and their cattle, you know. And if they have a sheep and if they have a cattle, they want it forever. They want it forever. And they don't want nobody, and they don't want nobody messing with that and jeopardizing that. You know, so it's not no blending in right now. You can't blend in right now. You know, you can't blend in right now because it's like water and oil at this particular time. It's definitely like water and oil at this particular time. And me myself personally, you know, I find myself, you know, I didn't became so full of knowledge and so full of information. I really can't contain it no more. And so I'm finding myself really wanting to have less and less conversations and engage in conversations with people, because there really is nothing for us to talk about. I can't even have a conversation with a person, because my conversation with a person will totally change their life. Just me having a conversation with them, they're going to hear some shit they ain't never heard before. This is how low people have failed. This is how low people have failed. Like, it's wow. You know, it's wow. This is how low people have failed, to where I can't even have a conversation with people at this particular point, because my conversation with them would just literally be too much. Literally be too much. You know what I mean? So, you know, we living in a strange time right now. I have already seen online where this separation idea has already been talked about, you know, and this is people who's down. You know, you should know what I'm talking about. And this is people who's down with the get down, and this is people who's not down with the get down. And the people who's down with the get down, you know, talking about they don't want to be around people that's not down with the get down. Like that's where it says. So, you know, it's not about race, it's not about religion. It's just really about, you know, what can you see at this particular point? How far can you see? Are you spiritually in tune right now? Are you really spiritually in tune? And that, you know, being spiritually in tune, it has nothing to do with color, it has nothing to do with race, it has nothing to do with location, it has nothing to do with none of that. It's just about, is you blessed or not? You know what I mean? It's just about, are you blessed or not? And that's really what I see taking place, and that's really what I see going on right now. And it's a lot. I've noticed a lot of teachers whom I've had respect for and realized that, you know, I've grown more and I'm going into a different place, because I can't respect anybody that's quiet right now. 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 I can't rock with you. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I can't rock with you. You know, I don't care how well you can teach. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that, because at the end of the day, what's going on right now, none of that other shit matter right now. Nothing else matters right now. Nothing else matters. What else could matter right now? What else could matter right now? What else could matter right now? Nothing else matters right now. 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 So, you know, it's rough right now. And, you know, so, you know, I don't know, man. You know, people better get it together. You know, I hope we can get it together. I really do. I really do. I hope we can get it together. I even heard on the financial channel, I'll be tuning in to, you know, to financial podcasts. And it's, I don't know the guy's name. You know, I've seen a couple of his videos. He's a financial master teacher, you know, well off. And he also talked about that the states could possibly split. And that made a lot of sense when I heard him say that. I said, oh, snap. That made a lot of sense. He's saying that that the states could actually split. Could split in half. You know, so that's where it's at right now. That's where I'm at with it right now. You know, I don't give a freak about no distractions. You know, all I'm on right now is spiritual. It's spiritual power. You know, and to some people, that sounds not important. You know what I mean? And if that sounds not important, then kudos to you. You know what I'm saying? Peace. You know, but I know. Let me tell y'all something. You know, it's a good guy that I know. And he asked me. He said, what is spirituality to you? This is the question he asked me. He said, what is spirituality to you? I said, spirituality to me is when you see Barry Sanders gets the handoff and he runs all the way to the right side of the field, and the whole defense is running after him, about to tackle him, and he juke everybody. He throw a couple jukes, on the whole defense, spin off a couple, break a couple tackles, and run all the way to the left side of the field. Juke a couple more tackles, fake to the outside, and cut to the inside of the field, and bounce back to the sidelines and run and score a touchdown. That's spirituality to me. So what is you saying, bro? So actually what I'm saying is that spirituality is finding and being in tune with your higher nature. And when you get in tune with that higher nature, it's going to assist you in this realm. It's going to propel you to heights that you have not found and can't find until you find the kingdom within. So this is what Gnosis is talking about. This is what they're talking about in the Gnostic scriptures. This is what Gnosis talk about. These are the little seeds and the little jewels that you are finding inside of your Bible when they talk about the kingdom of heaven is within. Because you got to understand that the Gnostic scriptures is very old, and you got to understand that the Bible, it gets fine-tuned over time. You know what I mean? So these books, you know, every different book in the Bible is a different book. These books, you know, was created at different times. But you got to understand that those Gnostic scriptures is a very, very old text. So these are people that was dealing with the very earliest and pure knowledge at that time. Because the, you know, books is picked through. So like if you go to one of the earliest Bibles, one of the oldest Bibles in the world, which is called the Sinaiticus Codex, something like that. Sinaiticus, something Codex. It's the oldest Greek Bibles. You know, you got a book of Hermes in there. You know, you're gonna find a lot of books that you don't know about. You know what I mean? So those Gnostic scriptures is very early text, and it deals with a pre-Christianity time, because Christianity really evolved over time. You know, Christianity from the 1200s ain't the same from what was beginning to form in 300 BC, 200 BC, you know, 100 BC, 100 AD. You know, these is different levels and different steps of Christianity. So the early form of Christianity is your pure Christianity. And that's where you really gonna get your Jews at. But once you study that, if you ever study that, then you go to the Bible that you have now, you notice that all of that information is still in there though. Like the Jews and all of those seeds is still in there. You know, that stuff is still in there. You know what I mean? But it's just been, you know, it's just been changing over time or whatever. But, you know, this is not supposed to be no book, you know, no video about the Bible. It's not a video about religion. You know, at this particular time, I don't really care about nobody religion, because what I found out is that it's people in different religions that's spiritually in tune, you know, and how they, you know, how they want to perceive or call the Creator and the spiritual guidelines to their culture that they want to follow and that they want to build on. They have the right to do that. But the only gripe that I have with, you know, modern religions is that they're taught to believe that other people's religions or other people's worldviews or somebody else's view of God and things of that nature. It kind of gets messed up, because they're taught to be separated from other people. If you're not a part of this, it teaches them to be separated, because their book teaches them that if they're not doing this, they're doing wrong. You know, that's what the book actually teaches them. But there are people in the world like me who can understand certain things and still find jewels and still find knowledge, no matter what nobody believes in or you know, anything like that. Like, you know, so there are people like that. I just happen to be one of them, and that's really what it's about right now. It's not about your religion. It's not about your skin color. It's all about what you're standing on right now and what you stand for. You know what I mean? And that's where I'm at with it today. like and subscribe to the channel. You dig? Please. I'm out.